Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. With full...
All right, we got the live working. Let's add a goal real quick. 3 hours. 15.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. With full...
All right, we got the live working. Let's add a goal real quick. 3 hours. 15. All right, we got a goal. We are live.
Wix gives you...
Here we go. Hey, what's up, Keith? Good to have you. See the chat box working. I just set up this layout for the stream not even 5 minutes ago, so I don't even know if this is going to work correctly. It's good to have you here. We're going to get started on these videos here shortly. I'm going to wait till 2 more minutes till 8 o'clock. You know what? Let's just dive in. Let's start it. Why not? We got 3 of these to go through. I'm excited to finish this up. So yeah, let's dive in. If you guys have any issues hearing anything, let me know.
We are in Kumamoto, a city located in the prefecture with the same name on the island of Kyushu. This is where KOBATO Miku was born a few decades ago. Her parents were a remarried couple, and she has a half-brother who's 11 years older from her father's previous marriage. As you could imagine, she was a very active child, much to the dismay of her parents, who struggled to keep an eye on her, as she was the kind of child who snuck out of her house to play or run all around as soon as she was taken to large open spaces.
That's not surprising.
She loved to play with boys at games like Chanbara, which is basically sword fighting for kids, or catch insects in the summer, but those little trips and games cost Miku a lot of bumps and bruises. Miku was introduced into music very early by her grandmother, who went to an enka karaoke class. When she was around 7 or 8, Miku fell in love with music and singing as she followed her grandmother to local public hall gatherings. At this time, Miku only knew enka, so that's all she sang. The first song she learned was Jindo Monogatari by Yoshimi Tendo.
That's a hell of a first song to learn.
Her mother was worried that Miku would only be interested in enka, so she asked her to listen to other musical genres and offered her a CD of the idol band Morning Musume. And so, with time, Miku came to experience and listen to more and more different kinds of music. In high school, Miku was in the broadcasting club. Of course she was. This is the club responsible for those announcements that you hear in the school from time to time, like morning or lunch break news. Back then, Miku's friends were really into bands and took her to live performances of smaller amateur groups covering popular songs. Miku was not that interested in the bands, but this experience made her look into more bands to listen to. During her research, she came across Tokyo Jihen,
It does kind
a
of sound like
Japanese
James
rock
Bond
band
theme
formed
song.
around the popular singer Sheena Ringo. Miku was stunned by their sound and finally found the music that she wanted to do. It was also during this time that Miku's parents got divorced, and her father totally disappeared from her life. From then on, she had to live with her grandmother. It was a hard time for her and her family, but she tried to find a proper high school and think about her future. No time to think about making music for a living, even though this idea was starting to grow in her mind. When she was at university, Miku missed a lot of classes because she was working part-time to earn enough money to participate in multiple auditions in Tokyo. The problem was, she never told her mother about all her travels to the big city. And the more Miku went to Tokyo, the more she wanted to live there. So, in October 2010, on her birthday, Miku presented her I Want to Live in Tokyo plan to her mother to try and reassure her. This plan was basically to find enough part-time work to pay for her life there, along with vocal training. Miku knew that living in a big city like Tokyo would cost a lot, so she took as many jobs as she could. At one point, she had 3 different jobs, leaving her with just a few hours of sleep per day. She was willing to do anything to realize her dream.
You know, getting into BAND-MAID has actually really put on my mind the thought of traveling to Japan. And I've been talking with my wife about it a little bit, and I think that's something I'm going to make happen probably over the next year. Really looking forward to it.
One of her jobs was at a maid cafe in Kumamoto. This is the kind of job that fit her perfectly, as she was very interested in customer service, loved to talk to people, and loved the idea of wearing a cute outfit at work. This particular maid cafe only lasted 6 months, until December 31st, 2010. It's hard for this kind of business to last in local cities like Kumamoto because of the lack of new customers daily. With nothing holding her back in Kumamoto and enough money from all her hard work, Miku quit university and moved to Tokyo to start a new life pursuing her dream of becoming a singer.
Gotta skip these ads.
Now that she was living in Tokyo, Miku easily found a part-time job as she had already a lot of experience from her life in Kumamoto. Miku discovered the concept of maid cafe in her hometown, so she thought that it would be a good idea to try and work in a maid cafe in Akihabara, the place where maid cafes are the most popular in Japan. She started to work at the at-home cafe in May 2011 under the name Himawari, which means sunflower. This maid cafe was way bigger than the one in Kumamoto, and this one held performances and events where Miku could work on her singing regularly. It was a great experience for her, as she learned a lot about human relations, handling different types of people, and even calming down angry customers arguing with each other.
So I didn't know that she worked at a cafe where she actually did music at the cafe. Hey, what's up, Bob? Glad you can join us. Let me see if I can get this fitting. Okay. Yeah, that's cool because she was just working a job she enjoyed and then ran into music. That's
After all,
pretty nifty.
Miku wanted to do everything to make everyone happy. She also learned a lot from overseas customers and how they perceive maid cafes as a part of the Japanese culture. Miku worked almost a year for At Home Cafe, but quit in January 2012. She had a ceremony celebrating her time working there, and there was a lot of messages from regulars and overseas customers. She even wrote a moving message on the blog of the maid cafe.
なんかやっと卒業したんだなって実感湧いてきました。なんかじわじわ来るね。 イベントにも参加させてもらったり、歌プロにも出させてもらったり、プロマイドを撮ったり、撮影会したり、錬金だったり、振り返ってみたらいろいろしたな。自分がイベントするなんか思ってもなかったけど、まさか卒業するとはね。あ、書き損ねたんですが、スーツで来てくれたご主人様、ありがとうございました。私得でした。あと素敵なお花もありがとう。あとチェキの受け取りがまだの方、なるべく早くお絵かきして
Man, hopefully we can get that GTA 6 soon.
後日ドンキへお願いします。
It's been in production for what, 10 years more?
いろんなことがあったりしたけど、
Maybe
やっぱ
we
り
get that in
私はア
2025.
ットホームが大好きです。8ヶ月間で出会ったご主人様やお嬢様、メイドさんを絶対に忘れません。アット中だった私が全く秋葉原に行かなくなるなんて到底無理な話なので、きっとまたお会いすることもあるかもしれません。もしまたどこかで私を見かけたらよろしくお願いします。私にとってこれからがスタートだと思ってます。みんながくれた気持ちを胸に頑張っていきたいと思います。さよならはしないです。ありがとうございました。頑張ります。ひまわり。
The reason why she left was because she'd won the Super Idol audition on December 9th, 2011.
Dang.
This competition started in the summer of 2011 with 2,600 applicants. Their goal was to create a 3-member idol band with the votes of the fans. The Super Idol audition was also broadcast on MXTV on December 30th, 2011.
ありがとうございます。野口美香です。すごい、とにかく今頭の中真っ白なんですけど、すごい嬉しいです。今後ユニットとして3人で頑張っていきたいと思いますので、まだまだ未熟なところとかいっぱいあると思うんですけど、一緒に応援していただけたらなと思います。私は熊本から出てきたんですけど、すごい親にもいい報告ができて、アルバイト先のこのメイドさんをしてるんですけど、常連さんも見に来てくれていい報告ができることがすごく嬉しいです。これから頑張っていきます。ありがとうございました。
This contest allowed Miku to join an underground idol band, or Chika Idol in Japanese, named Lil Cumin 3 months later, in March 2012. An underground idol band works with a minor label and will only perform in very small areas or events. It's well known that very few underground idol bands can become bigger and join a major label, so the chances for Lil Cumin to get bigger were really small. No pun intended. The name of the band came from the very short height of the 3 members, and that the birth flower of December 9th, when the result of the audition was announced, was Cumin. Lil Cumin was active until April 13th, 2013, when they announced they had disbanded during a one-man concert in Shinjuku Orebako due to Miku and another member quitting the band. About a month after the release of the 3rd single called Super Trooper, and their first one-man concert in the same venue. In the end, Lil Cumin released 3 singles and performed about 100 shows during a year of activities. In an interview, Miku confirmed that it was not her thing to sing cute idol songs. She didn't hate it, but it was too different from the music she wanted to sing. Back to square one for Miku, who decided to send her resume.
Thankfully, she decided not to do that because we would not have BAND-MAID. And yeah, look, we're not about that. We need these girls rocking out for us.
To Platinum Passport, explaining the kind of music she wanted to do. The company reached back to Miku and scheduled a meeting to talk about her project. Let's imagine an abbreviated form of this conversation.
Hey, what's up,
コ
ATL?
バトミクと言
Hey,
い
check
ま
it
す。
out.
出身は熊本です。地元と秋葉原のメイドカフェで働いていました。オーディションに受かってアイドルグループで活動していたんですが、アイドルではなく歌手になりたくて1年ほどで辞めさせていただきました。自分のやりたい音楽性とは違うなって気づいたんです。
バンドとかには興味ないの？
バンドは好きだし、東京事変さんにも憧れています。それに可愛い音楽よりもかっこいい音楽がやりたいです。
コバトはいろいろなバンドを調べて聴いている時に東京事変に出会って恋に落ちた。バンドメイド日本のエピソードで群青日和が人生を変えたとまで言っている。この瞬間からコバトはかっこいい音楽のバンドを聴くようになり、バンドを組むという考えが頭に浮かぶようになった。もしこの曲がなかったらコバトはバンドを組むことなど思いつかず、バンドメイドは存在すらしなかっただろ
あ、でもメイドも好きです。
う。メイドとバンドを合わせたら面白いね。
じゃあ混ぜちゃいましょう。
On May 29th, 2013,
We did just pick up Jerkson Profar, and hopefully that is a good pickup. He had a great year last year. All I know is that we have one of the best outfields in the entire league, without a doubt.
Platinum Passport posted an audition announcement for anyone who wanted to join a new rock band performing with maid outfits. They also presented the first version of BAND-MAID's logo. In this post, it was specified they were looking for women between the ages of 15 and 24 who can play guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards while wearing a maid outfit. They also clarified that the applicants
what's
must
up,
not be
MMP?
currently under contract with a production company or record label and must not be planning to debut as a professional. Miku was actively looking for potential members herself and found a young musician posting guitar covers on YouTube and Nico Nico. The name of this guitarist
Konami!
was Konami.
And it begins.
Miku contacted Konami through the talent agency to present her project. Konami was pretty excited to join BAND-MAID, and the maid outfit was definitely not an issue for her. The next one was Akane on drums.
Dude, she's so good.
And with that, Akane asked Misa to join her new band.
もらってでベースもいないってなってたので、その時私専門学校音楽の専門学校行ってたんですけど、で一緒の学校だったベースのミサを誘って。
Misa's band had just ended their activity, so the timing was perfect for her as she wanted to continue playing bass. BAND-MAID, originally consisting of 4 members, was ready for its debut. They started rehearsals, but after about a month, felt that something wasn't quite right.
That's funny.
Miku's voice alone didn't fit with this kind of music. And she didn't want to relive what happened with Lil Cumin. So the idea of bringing in another vocalist to contrast with Miku's voice was raised. A new audition was conducted, inviting everyone managed by the agency who could fit with this project.
Hey, what's up, Gary?
BAND-MAID members and management found the profile
Welcome to the party.
of a recently scouted young singer to whom they proposed to audition. She was a model, dancer, singer who came to Tokyo to realize her dream of becoming a professional singer. And her name was Psyche. With their newfound experience gained while recruiting the other members, the management knew that they shouldn't talk about the maid outfit to Psyche if they wanted her to come to the audition. So, they didn't.
どう思った？ メイドの格好でみたいなのは。
メイドですって言われなくて、
言わなかったんです断られたくなかった
今までのこの反応を見てクルッコは学習したみたいで
なるほどなるほど。
さいちゃんには言わないで誘おうと思って
可愛い服なんだけどって言われて、
ちょっと可愛い服でかっこいい曲のバンドをやるんだけど
で曲だけ聴いてたんで、あ、じゃあまあやってみたいですかねみたいな
感じで。
ので、これはみたいな今はこれないんですけど、
You guys get a lot of snow over
最
there?
初会ってエプロンってなって走ってない。
From this crazy idea of mixing cute outfits with hard rock music, 4 talented young ladies joined Miku to form an impossible band whose goal is to dominate the world through music. And this band was called BAND-MAID. BAND-MAID didn't waste any time after finding enough members, as they started to perform live on July 24th, 2013, before Saiki even joined the band at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. They continued for 2 more shows before opening for Passport and Silent Siren on October 22nd, 2013 at Shibuya AX with their complete lineup. This was BAND-MAID's.
They blew up pretty quick because for their second show playing on a stage like that is absolutely insane. Like, that's huge. That's a big venue.
First live. This venue could hold 1,500 people, so it was a great opportunity for our newly formed band. BAND-MAID started to be more active on Twitter on July 19, 2013, to promote concerts and news about the band. Their YouTube channel had been created on October 22, 2013, and slowly grew over the years. BAND-MAID also opened an Amiiblo blog that was deleted in 2016 to use the official website that we know today, even though it looked quite different from its current design. The management did a great job regarding the band's promotion in social media, but BAND-MAID had trouble standing out and reaching more people. During the first 2 years, most of their concerts were empty. They struggled to build their own fan base, and the future of the band was very uncertain. BAND-MAID tried to participate in Battle of the Bands with some other idol bands, but very few people from the audience were actually there for them, so they tried everything to expand their fan base.
I will say Battle of the Bands shows are a lot of bullshit because it's really all about just how much family and friends do you have to bring. Hey, what's up, Roger? Yeah, I played in a couple of those early in the day, and they were tough. You could kill it, and then nobody would cheer for you because it was all about who got the best cheer. So everyone only clapped and yelled for their own family and friends. It was hard. It was really hard.
They promoted their merch every time they could. They took photos and thanked fans for coming to see them. Miku worked in a noodle cafe in Akihabara until 2016, and she also sold tickets by hand. The noodle cafe was a service operated by Platinum Passport, where you buy a cup of noodles and you can choose which idol will pour hot water into the cup. Then you will have around 3 minutes to talk with her until the noodles are ready. Until the first one-man show in Shibuya Milky Way, Misa was very unsure about her future in BAND-MAID and talked to the management about quitting. And for this particular concert, the management booked a venue and asked the members to invite at least 100 people. In the end, they managed to get around 50 of their friends and acquaintances in the front row. It was truly a dark time for BAND-MAID. It was also around that time that they released the MV of Thrill from their first single, Ai to Jonetsu no Matedoru.
Breaking new gate.
So was Thrill their first music video done as a band? 'Cause that's what it sounds like to me. If so, that's one I definitely got to check out.
The song, released in November 2014, was different from what they usually do, and even very different from the main song of this single. Thrill was a success on YouTube and was very well received during concerts. A few months later, on April 5th, 2015, Thrill was uploaded on a Facebook page called J-Rock Radio. This page introduced music from Japan like Visual Kei or metal bands to people from overseas, and the video gathered more than 1 million views in 4 days.
Shout out J-Rock Radio.
It took 17 days for the music video of Unleash to hit 1 million views, and that was the fastest any BAND-MAID video grew. The response of BAND-MAID's social media from overseas fans was huge. So huge that they were afraid that their Twitter account had been hacked. They also opened their Facebook page on April 9th, 2015, following the success of Thrill. It literally saved BAND-MAID, as they later learned that management was about to end their contract and that this single was going to be their last.
Damn.
It was also the shock BAND-MAID needed to find their own path and start their world domination. From this moment, the band committed to make harder songs, and 1.5 years later, they played their first concert overseas in Mexico.
Let me find out they were playing with The Warning.
皆さんこんにちは、ミカです。今日はスペシャルゲストをご紹介します。レディットでアクティブに活動していて、インタビューから MC まで数多くの翻訳をしてきた人です。皆さんきっとご存知の人ですが、声は聞いたことがないと思います。それではご紹介いたします。T シンジさんです。
はじめまして、T シンジです。私がもともと聴いていた音楽はファンクロックやファンクなどで、ハードロックやメタルについてはほとんど知りませんでした。2019年11月に以前から友人に勧められていたベビーメタの曲を YouTube でいくつか聴いたら、サイドバーにバンドメイドのスリルが現れました。そのサムネイルを見た瞬間、これはかっこいいに違いないと直感しました。音を聞く前から、
Hey, they were still rocking out in 2015. I remember they blew up with the cover, the Metallica cover, but I don't know exactly when that was.
ギャップのコンセプトが伝わったんです。実際にスリルを聞いて途中までは悪くないなくらいに思っていたら、ミサさんのベースソロでやられました。次にダイスを聞いて、ミサさんのベースに完全に心を奪われました。私のようなファンクロックファンにとって、ミサさんのファンキーなベースは答えられない魅力があります。それからバンドメイドの MV を一気に見て、1週間後にはもう CD を注文してライブの予定をチェックしていました。ちょうどその時は東京近辺でライブがなく、次のライブはツアーファイナルの LINE キューブ渋谷だったので、すぐにチケットを買いました。また歌詞を見ながら聴くうちに、小鳩さんの歌詞の素晴らしさに気づき、小鳩さんの大ファンになりました。小鳩さんの歌詞は内容もいいですが、何よりも音がいいんです。 日本の曲では英語がよく使われますが、同じメロディーに英語と日本語を当てるのはかなり珍しいです。そして日本語で母音を落として平音節を作るテクニックが素晴らしいです。
Why shop at Enterprise Car Sales? If you know, you know. With exceptional customer.
ここを8音節で歌っていますが、元の日本語は15音節あります。同じ年の12月、レディットを見つけてインタビューの英訳があるのを知りましたが、未訳のインタビューもまだまだたくさんありました。自分で英訳したいと思いましたが、私は英語ネイティブではないし、当時は音楽用語も詳しくなかったので、無謀ではないかと思いました。でも、小鳩さんが背中を押してくれたんです。もし小鳩さんが私の立場だったら、やれることをやるだろう、自分の想像さえ超えていくだろうと思ったんです。
These videos make me realize I still have so many BAND-MAID songs to check out. Like, their discography is massive.
.なので、もし私の翻訳が役に立ったなら、私ではなく、私に勇気をくれた小鳩さんに感謝してください。バンドメイドには人生を変える力があります。
そうですよね。T シンジさん、どうもありがとうございました。そしてバンドメイドさん、小鳩さん、多くの人の人生を素晴らしいものにしてくださり、ありがとうございます。うわー、もう30分近く経っちゃいました。ここでちょっとお休みにして、動画の残りはまた来週見ることにしましょう。次回は作詞家小鳩さんのお話からしようと思います。ではまた次回、バイバイ。
Alright, part 1 down. Part 1 down. I think we should just jump right into part 2. Like that video.
Breaking new gate. 背中を向けたまま聞いてよ。全部伝えたいから。
After its formation, BAND-MAID consisted of 5 members, and the only guitarist was Konami. At this time, BAND-MAID wasn't really a hard rock band, but it was something that all the members wanted to move towards. It was then decided that the addition of another guitar would help them achieve this vision. So, they had 2 options: recruiting a guitarist or having a remaining member learn to play a new instrument. They knew they didn't want another member, so it was up to Saiki or Miku to fill this role. As expected, Saiki refused, so Miku took responsibility as the founder of the band to learn to play guitar. At the beginning, Miku's guitar was little more than an ornament to make the pigeon look cool rather than an instrument to play on stage. Miku had a lot to learn and not much time to practice, so she used to play some notes here and there without having a real impact on the song. There are even some songs where she didn't even hold her guitar.
I would not be surprised if Konami wrote a lot of Miku's parts at first and then they just backtracked them live and she didn't really play them at all. A lot of bands do that.
Miku's first guitar was a Rickenbacker 620 that she used for practice and for concerts. She chose this guitar for its looks, as she didn't have any other knowledge of guitars back then. Miku never thought about playing guitar. Like Misa never thought about playing bass, but contrary to Misa, who fell in love with her instrument, Miku didn't like playing guitar that much. As she practiced, her fingers hurt, and she was asked to play more and more, increasing this pain and the blisters. Not a great start for our pigeon and her guitar. As the years have passed by, BAND-MAID songs have been getting more and more intense. Miku now had enough experience as a guitarist to notice that she needed a new guitar to match with this new kind of music. Fortunately, she joined Konami, who was invited to visit the Zamitis factory by Kanda Shokai.
Yeah, actually with a lot of bands, there's usually one person that tracks almost all guitar, lead and rhythm and bass whenever in studios. Like, I think almost every successful band has one really, really good studio musician. BAND-MAID, I think they're a lot more than that, though.
From Kanda Shokai Corporation, the company that owns Greco Guitars and Zamitis Guitars. During this visit, Miku fell in love with the Zamitis A24MF for its looks and its heavy sound, so she asked if she could try this model. Since then, she's never stopped using Zamitis guitars. Song after song, Miku was getting more guitar parts to play, and when she began to feel under pressure, the other members cared enough about Miku to tell her that it was okay to put it down if she wasn't sure that she wanted to continue playing guitar. And even though she did think about quitting the guitar, Miku didn't want to bring...
Misa is way too good of a bassist to be letting Konami lay down the bass. It's clear to me that Misa can handle her own.
An additional member to BAND-MAID, so she just kept practicing to match the level required by these new songs. We know how much of a hard worker Miku is, so there was no way that she was going to give up. Also, with more songs with different tunings and more concerts to perform, Miku needed more guitars, so she added other Zamitis guitars to her collection, like the Zamitis CS24MF, Aces and Eights.
Let me join your guild.
I gotta get that premium
I
again.
want to be a part of a team.
Miku added a lot of guitars over the years, electric and acoustic, and almost all of them are from Zamitis. And a special model was teased by Miku in early 2021 and confirmed a month later. A signature model named Flappy Pigeon.
Hey, G-Man, what's going on?
Zamitis talked to Miku about making a custom guitar
Bob,
for her as
thank
a
you for the
present.
20.
She didn't believe them at first, thinking it was a joke. At first, only the metal front design was planned to be customized, but Miku asked if she could also change the shape of the metal, and that this model fits her current settings. As Miku seemed to know what she wanted to do with her signature model, Zamitis let her make any modifications she wanted to. She worked with a designer called Koji Takeuchi, who helped her create this beautiful design. Miku even used her handwriting for the logo at the center of the guitar. As expected, a lot of pigeons are visible everywhere on this design. Miku said that she chose this name with the thought of being able to fly around the world with her guitar. The Zamitis Flappy Pigeon was sold on March 9th, 2021 with a beautiful case and a certificate of authenticity signed by KOBATO Miku herself.
Does anybody know how much that guitar costs if I wanted to grab me a copy?
About a month later, on April 16th, a Miku KOBATO special exhibition was announced. The event took place in Ochanomizu Gaki Center from April 16th to May 5th and featured almost all Miku's guitars. Fans were able to check Miku's guitar collection and even buy a guitar or a Midas t-shirt. T. Shinji had the chance to visit this exhibition and shared some of his photos of the trip.
Oh, there they are. 6,000. Hey, income tax.
しんじさん、ありがとうございました。もう一人、別のスペシャルゲストによるスペシャルコーナーの時間です。
We actually have two guests.
うわ、ゲストが2人も。
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
I'll make a knockoff.
We have two incredible guitarists with us today.
それでは、スペシャルゲストのお二人と小鳩さんのギタリストとしての進化についてお話ししましょう。こんにちは。お二人とも自己紹介していただけますか？
Hey, this is Axe from the Axe Japan YouTube channel from sunny Scotland. I've been playing guitar for about 26 years now.
26年も？すごいですね。
I'm a songwriter, performer, and teacher of guitar. The BAND-MAID song that got me hooked on them was probably YOLO.
I gotta hear this one. That is a killer melody.
です。今回ですね、海外のバンドメイドファンコミュニティの方から声をかけていただきまして、コバトミクのギターについて語ってほしいというふうに言われまして、あんまりこういうのやったことないんで、ちょっと緊張しますね。
大丈夫ですよ。
バンドメイドにとってコバトミクの立ち位置っていうのは皆さんご存知だと思うんですけども、ざっくり言うとバンドを結成した張本人であり、主にはギターボーカルと作詞、あと、バンドの広告塔みたいな立ち位置と、私は認識してるんですけども、はい。あとはハトですね。はい。
So I'm not actually too sure when Miku started playing guitar, but I get the impression that she hadn't been playing guitar for long when the band started, and you can kind of see that from early performances.
で、彼女がギターを始めたのがバンドメイド結成というタイミングだと思うので、2013年ですかね。で、ギター弾く人だとわかると思うんですけど、数年ぐらいで、人前でプロとして弾くっていうのはかなりメンタルが強靭じゃないと厳しいなというふうに思ってます。で、それがね、例えばギタリストにとって簡単なフレーズだったりとかしても、さすがにちょっと人前で、ちょっと練習しただけでっていうのは厳しいのかなと思います。で、2013年にギターを始めたとして、その後1年後には、メイドインジャパンだったり、その翌年には、ニュービギニングか、スリルとかフリーザー収録されてるやつですね。あの辺がリリースされて、翌年には、ブランドニューメイド、フリーダムとかアロンとか入ってるアルバムですね。
Also the way that these songs were written back in the early days, her purpose guitar-wise was really just to back up Konami, and a lot of the parts, guitar parts especially in the first few releases, were just single guitars. Really, they really could have got away with just having the one guitar player in the early days, but I think because Miku is a songwriter and she was learning guitar, then why not have her just do backup for, the main parts of the song.
I don't think it had to
Obviously,
be said.
she's singing as well, and you know, you can tell if you go back and watch like early performances and stuff, there are quite a few mistakes on her part. But yeah, you can chalk that up to many things: lack of experience. You know, obviously singing and playing is not easy. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It takes a lot of skill to do that. So there are mistakes here and there. If you follow the band closely over the years, she has got so much better playing guitar. And also singing and playing guitar, and also the confidence has grown a lot, especially the confidence. It really shows. She's a lot more comfortable playing now and just letting loose. You can tell that she's not putting as much thought into it as she was before, because it's all become second nature now to her.
でこの段階でもギター歴まだ3年なんで、これも本当にギターやる方には分かることだと思うんですけど、わずか3年っていうともうほぼ初心者と変わんない状態ですよね。その状態で作詞やってたりとかプロモーションもやったりとか、編曲だったりとかアレンジですねとかやってる中で、あまり練習の時間が取れないって考えると、通常の、一般の方がギターをやる3年とはちょっと違うのかなっていうふうに感じるんですけど、その当初はまだ弾いてるフレーズを簡単というか、パワーコードだったりとか、それほどテクニカルなことはやっていないなという印象ですけども、バンドされる方は分かってらっしゃると思うんですけど、そういったサウンドがあって初めてバンドに厚みが出るので、必要というところでいうと、十分必要なポジションではあるのかなと思います。
Obviously, she has a great mentor in the band, Konami. It would be amazing to have someone like that in the band to actually teach you. But her progress has just come through practice. And when you're in a touring band, that's all you're doing. You know, you're playing the same stuff every night, and that's what practice is. It's just repetition. So, you know, being on the road all the time, she's playing constantly. So yeah, she's bound to improve, and that's exactly what's happened. I think also her improvement on guitar has led to the evolution of the band. It's actually a very important thing that's happened during their career. I think Konami was a bit limited in terms of writing in the early days because she was basically only writing
What
one
song
guitar
is
part.
that?
でその後また、2017年には Just Bring It、 これ僕大好きなアルバムなんですけど、
私も大好きなアルバムです。
で翌年にはワールドドミネーションという流れになっていきますけど、この段階でギター歴が、5年、ですよね。で結構 BPM が速くなってきてて、その中でもスライドだったり、オクターブ奏法だったりとかっていうのがあるので、正直、ギター歴5年でここまで弾けるっていうのは相当すごいなというふうに個人的には思います。で、ここから劇的に変わるんですけども、2019年のカンからのリリースからチョーキングとかのタウンフレーズとかも、バンバン入ってきていて、でも楽曲としてもかなりアクセントになってる部分があるんですよね。あまりカンから聞かれない方はちょっとぜひコバトパートに耳を傾けていただけたらなと思うんですけど、結構難しいことやってます。この歴で考えると相当ハードル高いことをやってるなと思います。で、2021年ぐらいにギター歴8年かで、安心ワールドですよね、結構直近ですけども安心ワールドリリースして、で、正直自分も耳コピしたりとかしてカバーするんですけど、アフターライフの B メロのバッキングとかすごい度肝抜かれましたね。むずいって普通に思いました。
But now that Miku's a lot more comfortable and has gained a lot of proficiency on guitar, she's able to write parts with 2 guitar parts in mind. And especially in the last couple of releases from BAND-MAID, there's a lot more songs that have separate guitar parts, like guitars 1 and 2, where they'll do different things. And sometimes they'll even harmonize with each other. There's even some little lead things that Miku does now. That's just a really nice evolution to see, going from just playing chords back up all the time to actually playing some lead guitar, which is really cool to see. Just to give you a quick example, if you take her solo from the onset instrumental, which is basically
this guy's about to flex on us.
Just chords.
Dang it, Bob.
We're in drop D, so you can basically bar. It's like one of the.
Thank you for another 20, man. I really appreciate that.
To her solo in Sayonakadori, where she's actually playing actual octaves in more of a solo environment, I guess.
I'll definitely look it up, Keith. That bass part in it sounded crazy. This dude's giving us the finger right now.
違いがよくわかりますね。
She's actually doing stuff like that. That's just night and day from, from a solo, like just a chord solo to actually doing octaves. And I wouldn't be surprised on the next couple of albums that you will see her actually doing like some.
That's
cool,
the plan,
like,
Bob. We're gonna knock out all of them right here.
Maybe even some guitar dueling with Konami. It would be really awesome to see.
小鳩さんとかなみさんのギター対決を見てみたいです。
And speaking as a guitar teacher myself, I can only imagine how proud Konami is of Miku and how far she's come. And you can see it when they're playing together live. Whenever Miku is doing a part that's more complicated than what she's used to, and you can see the look of, she's doing it on her face, which is it's super nice to see.
ギターにこう練習に時間が使えない彼女が8年で阪神ワールドのリズムギターを務めているのは驚異的だなと思いますし、で、音源の収録っていうのは以前メンバーが言ってましたけど、ミンチョが演奏しているっていうので、ライブとちょっとこう音源っていうのは若干違うんですけども、それでもやっぱりこう歌いながら弾くっていうことがあるので、多少簡略化されててもそれは仕方ないなと思いますし、それでも十分難しいフレーズ弾いてるなというふうに私自身は感じています。で、ここ最近の曲なんかは特にそうですけど、もうメタリカばりのゴリッゴリのバッキングをリズムキープしながらちゃんとこう観客に笑顔を見せつつステージングパフォーマンスをしつつ、ちゃんとリズムキープしてるっていうのがすごいなと単純に思います。
I'll make sure to trim it out
彼女の
once the full video is done.
安定感あるバッキングがあるから、ミンチョが結構自由なフレーズを奏でても、音が薄くならないというか、結構ミンチョって単音フレーズだったりとか高音フレーズ弾いてることが意外と多いんですよ。なので、低音域中音域っていうのをもちろん低音はベースがあったりとかするんですけども、その間の中音域だったりとかっていうのをしっかりとこうコバトが埋めているというような感じで、バンド全体でちゃんと本当にバランスが取れているなという印象ですね。
So yeah, like I said, I think BAND-MAID's musical evolution actually has quite a lot to do with Miku's improvement on guitar, and we can only just look forward to seeing what comes next. We might start seeing even more sort of complicated guitar arrangements involving two guitars. So yeah, we just have that to look forward to, and yeah, we'll just continue being proud of the progress that she's made.
で、あんまり普段
That's one of the things about this band, and I think a lot of their success is because of how amazing they are as musicians. For me, this is a Japanese band, which I do not know the language. They do have some English lyrics, but when I listen to songs as a musician, I pick out what is going on in the music. I hear a different track for guitar, bass, drums, and vocals all at once and kind of dissect those things. As to where I can think back before I played music, I kind of heard a song as one element and didn't really pick those things out. But hearing a band like BAND-MAID, it like touches all of the senses. It's just a complete, it's a shock at how incredible the entire composition is.
こうやってコバトミクのギターをどうだとかっていうのをあまり真剣に考えたことがなかったんですけど、今回こういう機会をもらったので、いい機会になったなと思います。これからも私はバンドメイドを応援していきたいなと思ってます。以上です。
ギタリスト小鳩さんについてのお話、お二人ともありがとうございました。
Over the years, Miku's journey as a guitarist is probably one of the most unconventional. She literally started with zero knowledge and a guitar as a prop to evolve into the well-trained guitarist that we know today. Miku's guitar became essential for BAND-MAID, and we can expect that she will have a bigger role to play in the future. Even though Miku is writing most of the lyrics for BAND-MAID today, it was not the case during the first years of the band's activity. It is very common for the debut of a band under a label.
That's what these documentaries have showed me, that they are very humble, really down-to-earth people. And you don't find that a lot with musicians. Like, really, they're just a completely different breed of person. And by the way, Daydreaming, that song, holy crap. Like, it doesn't matter how many times I hear that song, it gives me chills every single time. I don't know of another song that really has that effect on me. So that is actually amazing in itself.
Years of the band's activity. It is very common for the debut of a band under a label that the management hires one or more lyricists to provide the songs for the band to perform. That was the case for BAND-MAID, who worked with Akutsu Kentaro to write the lyrics of their first single and their first mini-album called Made in Japan. He even helped with the music and arrangement of Smile, which was released in 2019, a few years after their last collaboration.
What do you mean, Bob? What is this? I can't listen to this. I have yet to do any of their acoustic music, even though so many people have told me I need to check it out. Bob, I will grab a wrench for you if you need a wrench. Just let me know.
After Made in Japan, BAND-MAID worked with other lyricists for the next two mini-albums, New Beginning and Brand New Made. And it was with Brand New Made that Miku
I don't know that I can. My chat is actually running through Streamlabs right now.
finally got to show her writing skills, as she was able to debut her first lyrics for Alone with the help of
Actually,
Cypher.
hold on. I don't want to back out of this. I'm going to. Let me see. Visit site.
I chose Wix for...
I chose Wix. There you go. I got you.
She also did the lyrics for
Bob, that's the
Yuragu
least I
and
could do
Freedom.
for you funding my channel.
Now you might wonder, why Miku's lyrics? How was this decided? Especially considering that before joining BAND-MAID, Konami worked as a singer-songwriter, so she had the experience of writing lyrics. Nevertheless, Konami, Miku, and Saiki decided to try to write lyrics for a few songs. Saiki said that she wanted to write lyrics but couldn't come up with the right words, and Konami's lyrics were a bit too airy-fairy to match BAND-MAID's current style, so they decided that Miku's lyrics fit the best. And Miku has her ways to get the inspiration she needs. Most of the time, when a song is done, she listens and takes notes about what's going through her mind. Then, she looks for ways to actually see what she has in her head, like watching movies, reading books, or searching materials on the internet. As long as writing lyrics doesn't become a duty, but something she can do whenever she wants, Miku enjoys going through this process over and over to write new songs. Let's take, for example, Influencer, that was released last year. Miku asked Saiki and Akane for a theme that could match with the song Konami wrote. And as Miku has been on TikTok for quite a while, Saiki suggested to talk about women living on social media. The trend of influencers on social media grew a lot with the pandemic, so it was a great suggestion. Miku read a lot of interviews and analyzed the behavior of those influencers that inspired
I like these
her
a
for the
lot.
lyrics, like having 2 accounts on Instagram. One secret where you post your daily life photos and talk to your friends, and a fake account where you post only good-looking pictures to attract more followers. Miku also likes to employ words
No,
with
Gary, I
multiple
have
meanings,
not.
or even puns, as she did an Influencer with the Japanese English pun for the lyrics chit-chat, which means meaningless conversation in English, and chicha, which means narrow-minded in Japanese.
将来の展望なんて正体不明じゃなんで社内マウントがさんチッチャチッチャ高まるアドバンテージマジこれフィルター神じゃん Push it like a check it out share happy let's dance
Saiki is singing it closer to the Japanese word to make the pun even harder to find for the Japanese audience. For songs tied to an existing media like openings or endings, Miku is very involved with the material that will be linked to the song. Last year, she released a song called
That
With
solo
You
is crazy.
for her side project, Clupo. This song is the end title for the anime Smile of the Arsnotoria. And to write the lyrics, Miku read the novels and played the game from the same license to be in sync with the storyline. That's what I call true commitment. Some songs are even written while BAND-MAID's touring, like Spirit or Carry On Living, which was born in a cafe in Berlin during the pandemic. And this song was about us.
About us?
Now, the very astute of you might have noticed that Miku has a special persona during interviews or when she's on stage.
はい、お帰りなさいませご主人様お嬢様、バンドメイドのギターボーカルをやっておりますフルポコバトミクですよろしくお願いします
And not only when she's dressed with her maid costume, this habit is so imbued in her head that this verbal tic is present in her private life too.
もういいですけど諦めたその衣装着てない時とか、普通にこう終わりまし こういう収録とかが終わって帰りますってなった時に、ちょっとコンビニ寄ろうとかで寄ると、でレジ行くじゃないですか。でありがとうございますポーとか、なんかレシートご利用になりますか、あお願いしますポーみたいなのを出ちゃってて、でも出てることも言わないとわからないみたいなので、はっって自分でびっくりしてるんですよ。
そう自分でびっくりするんだ。相手の顔を見て
えみたいな顔してるんですよ。
But she wasn't always like this. During the first years of BAND-MAID, she didn't have this funny pigeon persona and talked more normally, but always with a great energy.
ということで、初めましての方が今日は多いみたいなので、改めましてバンドメイドと申します。私たちバンドメイドは先ほど紹介していただきましたように、メイドの服を着てバンドをやってるそのまんまですね。なのでバンドのメイド、バンドメイドと言います。ちなみにロゴは R がついてるので R 忘れないようにしてくださいはい、私たちバンドメイドはですね、皆様のことをあなたもあなたもあなたもあなたもご主人様お嬢様として呼んでおります。
Once you get used to Miku talking now, listening to her not saying Po feels very weird, even though not everyone likes this side of her. Under BAND-MAID's previous manager, she tried to bring her persona but was quickly discouraged to continue.
やめてくれって、恥ずかしいからやめてくれって
マネージャーさんも今は違うマネージャーさんに変わったんですぽ。でもその前のマネージャーさんの時は、小鳩さん本当にちゃんとしてくださいって怒られたんですぽ。本当にやめてくださいって怒られて、気をつけますぽって言って頑張ってこうちゃんとしなきゃと思って済ましてたんですぽ。でもマネージャー変わった時に今がチャンスだと思ってちょっと言ってたら、意外とそっちがこう返してくれたので、もっとやっていこうと思って、自由に言えるぽと思って
So, you may ask, why Po?
いい質問ですね。私も気になります。小鳩さん、説明していただけませんか？
コバトミクと先ほど自己紹介しましたがコバトミクのコバトは小さい鳩にミクなので、私小さい鳩なんですぽ。
ここは皆さん飲み込んでください。すっと飲み込んでください。
ちょっと苦いもの飲み込むみたいな気持ちで飲み込んでいただいて、はい、なので鳩なのでポーって語尾についたり、くるぽーって泣いたりしますぽー。解決ぽー。
解決きっと受け入れてくれるはずなので、
受け入れていただかないと多分耳障りが大変なことになりますぽ。
なるほど、説明ありがとうございました。ナレーターさん、続けてください。
Thank you. Miku is actually using what is called in Japanese kyara-gobi, a common technique used in anime to make fictional characters more memorable and distinctive, like the use of the onomatopoeia "nye" by cat-like characters at the end of their phrases. Except that Miku is a pigeon, so she uses the word po. It's been years since she became the small pigeon that we know today. Always full of energy and happiness with her cute and funny persona. And when she is on stage, during MCs, Miku becomes the funniest comedian for a few minutes of pure joy.
といつものことならここで次の曲が始まるんですが、今回はですね、もう少しコバトタイムが続くっぽ。このクラップが鳴ったということはお分かりの方もいらっしゃると思います。次の曲、コバトのソロの曲をやりたいと思います。一緒にクラップでメンバーを呼び込もうと。また鳴った。なんでカラオケも大阪と名古屋とやってきてもコバト飽きたよ。もう一曲まるまる歌うっぽ。放り込まれた意味を探す日常、 Everyone ため息ばかり脱ぎ捨てて乗り込めるって終わるんかいぽ。ちょっとノリノリだった気持ち返してぽ。どうせなら一曲まるまる歌いたかったぽ。頑張れコバト。
頑張れコバト、ここはゼップ東京だけどコバトの気持ちは大丈夫、みんな優しい、みんな優しい、きっと次こそメンバーも戻ってきてくれるはず、きっとね、きっとね、もっとクラップをして、じゃあメンバーをお願いしますの気持ちで一緒にコバトもクラップするので、どうぞご協力よろしくお願いします。クラップスタート。
はあ、ちょっと疲れちゃいました。でも小鳩さんの MC はいつも面白くて大好きです。もっと見れますか？
All right, but just a little bit. We have a lot of work for the next part.
次の動画は何から始まるんですか？
Let me check. Oh, Omajinai Time.
おまじないタイム大好き。楽しみ。残りは来週にしましょう。次回は必ず最後まで見ます。では皆さん、良い一日を。日曜日にお会いしましょう。
I saw Konami there with the backup vocals. Alrighty. We only have one more left. It's been fun. Let's get on to part 3. But first, we can help YouTube by answering one question. Like the video.
Breaking new gate.
We're going all the way, G-Man. Going all the way.
That's right. Today, we are talking about Omajinai Time, or Magic Spell Time in English, which comes from the maid cafes. When you order drinks or food in a maid cafe, the maid will say, "Moi, moi, kyun," while making a heart symbol with both hands to cast a spell over your food and drink and make it even more delicious. One of the more popular foods in a maid cafe is an amu rice, complete with a cute illustration drawn by the maid with ketchup. Miku actually did one in the music video of Don't You Tell Me, but it didn't last very long. As she worked for some time in 2 different maid cafes, Miku is using all her experience and has adopted it to the concert audience. Even though the structure is, well, let's just say you will never experience the same Omajinai Time twice with Miku. She has a real talent for improvisation and uses it to engage with the audience. During Omajinai Time, the other members are totally free to hang around. Sometimes they just play together.
Are you ready for?
I'll have to look that up, Gary. That
Have
sounds
fun.
pretty funny.
This Pocky before Mrs. Nose Hole. It's it Mrs. Nose Hole. She's so dead.
Look for trouble. or try to avoid trouble. There was even a time when each member took a turn at the drums.
Actually pretty solid. I didn't expect Miku to be the worst drummer in the band.
But most of the time, it goes like this. Explanations.
Omajinai Time is me magic spell time. Yes.
Repeat words.
I say moi moi, you say? I say kyun kyun, you say?
Miku crying because the masters and princesses didn't make enough noise.
Wow! No. I want bigger and bigger boys!
Repeat words again. And po. You get the picture.
Dude, she's so funny.
Depending on the stage, Miku walks a lot during her Omajinai Time, but she never runs out of energy. She even left the stage once to go off into the middle of the crowd for one of her funniest moments. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, BAND-MAID was not able to perform live for a long time, but they found a solution: online okujis. Their first online concert was performed on July 23rd, 2020, at Haravutai in Tokyo. And even though there was no audience in the venue, every member had a lot of fun. So they continued to stream live concerts 5 more times between 2020 and 2021. Of course, Omajinai Time was shorter, but Miku did the call and response with the viewers while looking at the camera, which was quite funny, and I'm sure that a lot of you actually cheered at your screen like you were there. Proof that
How many
even
of you
a
did
pandemic
this?
Can't stop Miku from performing her magic spell
I
time.
would have. If I knew what was going on, I would have been all there.
Omajinai Time is a special moment between Miku and the audience, where she is giving the best of herself, whether the audience is there or not. And you can't help but smile with pure happiness and joy during these few minutes of fun interactions with her. Miku's Omajinai Time is now a part of BAND-MAID, and something to look forward to when you attend a BAND-MAID serving in the future. Whether you're a fan of it or not, you can't deny that Miku is an incredible entertainer, and she is great at bonding with the crowd. And her Omajinai Time is something that I believe only she can do.
One one. Say! Sing!
可愛い子が来たなって思って、でも中身はなかなかおじさんだったりするので。
中身おじさんなのクルッポは。
クルッポおじさん。
どういうところが？
楽屋で酒とかずっと食べるんです。臭かった。
どこが鳩やねん。
This is actually the most accurate description of Miku, confirmed by each and every member and Miku herself. Despite her cute look, she is a middle-aged man inside.
If they ever come back to Dallas, I am
comes
there
from the
100%.
fact that her taste, words, and gestures are old-fashioned. For example, she likes to eat dried flying fish or dried salmon, which smells very bad. She also likes sochu and sake, which both are seen as older men's drinks in Japan. Talking about alcohol, she is the one who can drink the most amongst BAND-MAID members. Regarding her hobbies, Miku has been into horse racing for a long, long time. When she was little, Miku played a game called Chocobo Stallion, which was released in 1999 on PlayStation. One day, she was told by her mother that this game looks a lot like horse racing. So Miku looked into the sport, and since that day, she has spent a lot of time watching live horse races during the weekends. Around 2012 or 2013, she bought her first tickets and went to a racetrack right after moving to Tokyo.
She really, really commits to the BAND-MAID persona, going to horse races and just out in public in general, still dressed as a maid. You got to give her some credit there.
Later on, she even invested in a horse called Blue Rose Ship. Miku confessed in an interview that she would love to be able to spend more time with horses, as it's a real passion for her. Her dream would be to compete with a horse named Krupo. She loves to imagine the commentator saying Krupo, Krupo during a race and announcing that Krupo won. That would be funny on so many levels to hear that on television.
ビルシーナはピンチ、そこからレインボークルッポかわすか。しかし懸命に食い下がるビルシーナ、レインボークルッポ、そしてピクシープリンセス、レインボークルッポか、レインボークルッポか、レインボークルッポ、レインボークルッポです。その後ビルシーナ、ピクシープリンセス、虹がかかりました京都競馬場、レインボークルッポです。
Miku also loves to play poker, and she's not just playing for fun. She's playing to win. Miku participated in an open poker tour in 2022 and finished in second place. And she's so competitive that she tweeted shortly after this defeat to show how frustrated she was. Miku also appeared on a TV show produced by the singer Gact called Poker Cross Poker, Industry One-on-One Tournament in 2018, where each contestant represents different industries like idol, motorsports, actress, boxing, or magician. And as you can imagine, Miku was the representative of the maid industry. Unfortunately, she lost against Ririka Suto, who represented the idol industry and won with the most incredible luck during the last round.
Open!
Sorry, you're dead.
Miku is also a huge fan of Miffy, a fictional rabbit created in the Netherlands in 1955. A lot of people assume that Miffy is a Japanese brand, as it resembled Sanrio's characters like Hello Kitty. But Hello Kitty actually was introduced for the first time 20 years after Miffy. Still, Miffy is very popular in Japan, with a lot of stores all over the country. Miku posted a lot of photos of her Miffy merchandise on Instagram over the years. We also know that Miku used to play video games, and we can assume that she continues in her free time. She even streamed live while she was playing PUBG Mobile in 2020.
どやっぽどやっぽこれで大丈夫っぽ聞こえますかっぽ
Streaming PUBG Mobile live is pretty crazy.
Do you remember when I told you that when she was little, Miku often came back home with a lot of bumps and bruises? Well, actually, it never stopped. Miku had several injuries over her years with BAND-MAID. Saiki talked quickly about this subject in the Gold Rush interview, and we can see that Miku's legs had a lot of bruises.
なんだすぐこける転ぶ普通にみんなで歩いててもいないみたいなそしたらこう溝に落ちてるとか
そうなの
階段からタタタタタンって落ちちゃうとか
危ないやん
気がついたら傷がいっぱい増えてる
ほんまや足傷だらけ
映さないでください
見てちゃんとクルッポの足傷だらけでこの辺マジで鳩です
In another interview, Miku explains that while she was doing some washing, a glass fell off, shattered at the sink, and a part of the broken glass hit her thigh. She had 10 stitches from that wound. We can actually see the look of her scar on this photo. Miku also broke her ribs at least twice, one time during the pandemic, and one time during a tour a few years ago. And you know how energetic Miku is on stage. But despite the pain, she went through the performance without making anything worse.
She sounds
all
like
the
somebody
members
with a
often
bunch
joke
of
about
hobbies.
Miku being cursed or having bad luck with all these incidents. Like this story, when Miku was in a taxi and the driver got into a car accident. She also laughs about the fact that she hits walls and doors all the time, so we can imagine that she's used to hitting everything around her. With everything that's happened and probably still is happening to her, we can say that Miku is a tough little pigeon. Miku participated in several episodes of Japan in Motion. At first, Japan in Motion was just a series of videos introducing different parts of Japan, until TSS TV worked with No Life, a French TV channel, to turn it into a TV show. This project started in 2009, featuring foreign personalities discovering different places all over the country with a dedicated guide. After 3 seasons, it featured only Japanese personalities like Paspo and Kiari Pamyu Pamyu. Japan in Motion uploaded the episodes in Japanese on their YouTube channel, and they were dubbed in French for No Life until 2018, when it switched to the channel J1. During those episodes, we follow Miku while she's discovering different places with their restaurants, shops, activities, and their beautiful landscapes, from a neighborhood in Tokyo to the surroundings of Mount Fuji. And it worked pretty well when she was on the show, as the 3 most viewed videos from the YouTube channel feature Miku. While walking in Kichijoji, a neighborhood in the city of Musashino in western Tokyo, Miku went to a shooting bar and tried different weapons.
行きますぽー。
Hey, CC, thank you for the 1,000 yen.
すごく楽しかったぽー。ポポポー、くるっぽー。
Note that she is shooting with
NUSD.
airsoft guns and not real ones. In Japan, firearms are very rare among the population, and the law is very strict about firearms. A license is needed to own a weapon, and few dare to try to own a license. But it's pretty funny to see someone in a maid outfit shooting with big guns.
I really gotta check out
Now,
Kubo.
this might sound odd, but BAND-MAID takes April Fool's Day very seriously. On April 1st, 2018, BAND-MAID announced that they were breaking up to create a new band called Band Miku. Under new names and looks, the members of Band Miku mixed hard rock and Miku-style spirit. A Miku is an apprentice geisha in Kyoto. Their jobs consist of performing songs, dances, and playing the shamisen or other traditional Japanese instruments for visitors during special events. Band Miku released the MV of a song called Secret Miku Lips, a Miku adaptation.
Hold on. I've had people in the comments tell me that I needed to check out Band Miku, but I was led to believe that it was other people who impersonated BAND-MAID. But it is actually BAND-MAID, just impersonating other people. Okay. All right, I get it.
From the BAND-MAID song Secret My Lips, using a dialect from Kyoto. The next year, Band Miku released a mini album with 7 songs adapted from BAND-MAID, but also with one original song called Gyeon Cho, along with a new MV.
This is amazing. What is that sound?
Somewhere between Denver and Moab,
Was that the
where the
snare?
scenery seemed to be.
You hear that clicking sound on the drums? Was that the snare? Or is that a part of the bass tone? Oh, wait a minute.
2 years later, Miku announced a solo project called Klupo, with the digital release of a single named Peace and Love. This time, they took the joke pretty far, as Klupo came with an official website, an online shop, a YouTube channel, accounts on Twitter and Instagram, and a spot on Pony Canyon's website. This project creates a new music genre called hippie popo and reinterprets the good old 70s music in a lovely and peaceful way. With Klupo, Miku goes from a black and white maid outfit to a very colorful hippie long dress. Her goal is the opposite of BAND-MAID, who want to dominate the world, as Klupo is aiming for world peace. Klupo released the music video of Peace and Love on April 1st, 2021, to follow with a new song entitled Flapping Wings on August 10th to celebrate.
This doesn't feel like it was any kind of April Fool's joke because the song is a banger and the work put into the music video is pretty damn good. I am curious to know if this continued.
With a new song entitled Flapping Wings on August 10th to celebrate the physical release of her single, limited to 3,900 copies. She also appeared in some interviews and radio shows over the year. After the physical release of Clupo's single, we wondered if she would come back or if it was just a one-time thing. And on January 5th, 2022, Clupo announced Hateful, her first EP to be released on March 9th, which is Miku Day. Mika, can you explain what is Miku Day?
はい、もちろん。説明すると、数字の3はみ、9はくと読めますよね。だから3月9日はミクさんなんです。
Thank you, Mika. We didn't have that much information about this EP, but a month later, the set list and an MV were announced. Hateful will include Peace and Love, Flapping Wings, along with 4 brand new songs. Among those new songs, Pogo was chosen for a music video that was premiered on February 23rd, 2022. If you look closely at the set list, you may be able to notice something. Let's see. Peace and Love, Pogo, Flapping Wings,
ふわふわ、ボイス、スーパースター。
Oh!
あ、わかった。
I get it.
ピース&ラブはヒッピーっぽい格好をしているミサさん。
Yes, and Pogo for Akane because of the famous gorilla called Pogo.
羽ばたく翼という意味のフラッピングウィングスは小鳩さん。
Fua Fua for Konami because, you know, that's Konami.
ボイスはボーカルの佐伯さん。
And finally, Superstar. Could it be for BAND-MAID? And what they aspire to become? Well, this has never been confirmed, but it's very interesting to imagine why Miku chose those song titles. A few months later, Clupo continued to surprise us with a new single called With You, which was chosen as the ending theme for the anime Smile of the Ars Notoria. And once again, a beautiful MV was released for this song.
This feels like a song that I'm listening to as I'm cruising around on Forza Horizon.
Over 2 years of activity, Clupo released 7 songs and 4 music videos, which is a lot considering how busy Miku is with BAND-MAID. And even though we don't have any news about Clupo for 2023, we can expect her to come back in the future. Well, this is now the time to end our journey with Miku.
もう？あっという間でしたね。
Yes, already. It's been a long journey though,
そうですね。小鳩さんの人生にはたくさん出来事がありましたね。
Well, grandmother were here for her at that time, and Miku is so tough. Even though she sometimes talks about her dark thoughts, she always did her best to overcome them, move on with her life, and never give up. As soon as she knew that she wanted to become a singer, Miku did everything to reach her goal. Even if she sacrificed and went from working as a maid to winning an idol contest. But this experience taught her that being an idol wasn't her thing. And when Miku finally had the opportunity to start her own project and create this miracle band, she had to find a way with the other members to become popular enough to pursue her dream. So she did what she does best, worked harder. Miku invited everyone she knew to the concerts, worked in a noodle cafe, sold tickets by hand, and promoted BAND-MAID as much as possible. Of course, she wasn't alone, as all her bandmates helped to promote their band. But as the creator and public image of BAND-MAID, she gave everything
hair looks
to
crazy
avoid being
right there.
disbanded.
Gosh.
And all their efforts paid off when they chose to shoot the MV of Thrill instead of Aito Junetsu no Matadoru. This particular choice led to the birth of a fast-growing overseas fan base and a huge boost in their popularity. This was the momentum BAND-MAID needed to reach the point where they could start to write their own songs and become the hard-rocking band that we know today. Without
Hell yeah.
Miku's hard work, her love for maid cafes, and this idea to mix cool music with cute outfits, BAND-MAID would never have existed. With the miraculous creation of this impossible band, our 5 favorite maids continue to pursue the same dream, living as professional musicians and dominating the world through music. As long as BAND-MAID will continue to play their music, we can say that they are making the world a better place.
Don't you wanna say it? Don't say that. どうでもいいことなどないね。He lights up, move your weight. 声はあなたが奪えやしない。どんな遠く見えなくなっても I will be here.
We did it. We hit the finish line. You guys know my wife actually told me the other day that I should actually do reactions while wearing cute outfits. I told her I don't think that would fly with most of my viewers. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we take that leap. Hey, thank you for being here, Gary. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Oh man, what's next? What is next? What would Miku do? That's actually hilarious. I bet a lot of people wear maid outfits at their shows. If I had one, I probably would. Maybe. Maybe. Hey, thanks for hanging out, G-Man. What is that? Sayona Kadori? Oh my gosh. What just happened? Oh. I see what we got here. Man, I don't know about doing that one on a live stream. But it does sound like something I will do as soon as I end up cutting this stream. Hey, Reese. Yeah, that sounds like it would be incredible. I actually live near Austin, so if they came anywhere in Texas, I would make the trip to go see them. 100%. I did find out last week that Hanabiye is coming to Austin. So in March, I will be going to see them live, and I'm really excited about that one. They are a killer Japanese band. I'm pretty sure you guys know who they are. Well, it sounds like I got into them a little bit too late. I've heard they actually put on a really good show. That vocalist is just insane. I still need to do Puzzle. God, they have so many songs. Wait, what is Rolling Quartz? Is this another Japanese band? Whoa, hold up a minute. Becca, you're late. You're really late. But hey, welcome. Oh, they're Korean. Okay. What is this? Rolling Quartz, Austin, Texas. I will. I'm definitely going to dive into this band. They did a Helena cover by My Chemical Romance with a music video. What is the other band people keep telling me to check out? What is it? Neck. I think it's Neck. What is Neck? This. Have yet to look into this one yet. Oh, they got a brand new official live video. 1 day ago. Neck is BAND-MAID's little sister. Okay, I can already tell this song is probably really good just based on the groove that drummer's got going on. Necky. I need to be writing these down. Actually, I got notes here. Let me pull those up. All right, so we have rolling quartz. Necky. Is wait. Okay. Who else? Wait, Audius? What do we got there? That one's Japanese, I think. Okay, so we got Trident. Audius. Which, that chick looks like a pop star. She kind of has like a Christina Aguilera thing going on. I think I've done one reaction for East of Eden. And that band is really good as well. Not sure why I haven't checked them out again. I'll tell you one thing, being a reactor, you get so many requests. I have probably 40 bands right now that I have on a list that people have told me, you got to check this out. But I'm trying to get to where I can release one song or like one reaction a day. It's hard to get them all in there. Pacifica. Is that Guitarist spin? Shooting Star. Put that one on my list. Well, I definitely have plenty here to look forward to. Not to mention the other 135 BAND-MAID songs that I haven't checked out. I need to put Band Miku on this list. And Klupo. All right, Keith, you can't tell me that. Hagane. Hero Time. This person naked? Dang, this band has been around for a while. 11 years ago? Kachiyama. Oh, that's the song. Got it. Do they have anything announced about coming back to the US? I feel like as big as a following they have, they've got to make it like a yearly thing. Hey, what's up, you sup? What do we got? That's actually impressive that they have maintained at least 3 members of the original lineup. So I imagine that, what, a 5-piece, 6 at max? In that many years, a lot of bands have complete makeovers. If they ever play in Tokyo, which I imagine they do, I think it'd be really cool to go to Tokyo and see them. I wonder what a plane ticket is from Austin, Texas to Tokyo. Holy moly. It's an 18-hour flight. The cheapest is $821 for a single ticket. Oh, that's just there. Oh, no, it says round trip. Having a Guinness record for longest tenure of original members is insane. How is that even a thing? What kind of flight is that? $11,000 for a round trip? All right, let's see. Looks like I can get a round trip around my birthday for $1,000. Yeah, that's got to be like a first class something. I don't know. $11,000 is the most expensive ticket. Yes, I am using Google Flights. Now that I look at it, that was not to Tokyo. The $11,000 one. The hotels look extremely cheap there. I'm in Austin, Texas. There's like legitimate looking hotels for $70. I have gone from Austin to Cancun, Mexico. That's probably my longest flight. And I want to say it was about 6 hours, 7 hours. Not long at all. I think so. I don't remember. I've flown to Atlanta twice. That was only about 4 or 5 hours. $500 for 10 days is not bad at all. $26 hours is crazy. I once made a continuous drive of 18 hours from Winter Park, Colorado to Austin, Texas, with only stops to get gas. That was miserable. I've actually never even been able to sleep in a flight. I'm sure there's something I could take that's strong enough to make sure I get knocked out, but what was the better experience, going to Honolulu or Tokyo? Keith, I'm actually more of a whiskey guy. Vodka tore me up way too often back in the college years, so I leave that alone. The actual vacation. I think all flights suck. I just want to know which was the... I gotta imagine that the better place to experience is probably Tokyo. Although something about the beaches. Oh, wow. I've already been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. That flew by. I did really enjoy those documentaries, though. It's pretty cool to learn about all the individual stories. But now that just really makes me want to do whatever I can to go see them live. Now you guys have given me like 10 new bands that I need to check out. Yeah, I think we're all obsessed. How often, as a maniac, do you go and listen to the side projects? So I gotta say, I am pretty interested in checking out Clupo, because it sounds like some fun music. All right, guys and gal, thank you for hanging out with me. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. I will do Pogo. Maybe tonight. We'll see. I've actually recorded like 8 videos today plus this live stream, so I'm kind of burnt out.